continue that next week. Today we will go through this verse of Karma Yoga. So chapter 3, verse number 35. So chapter 3, verse number 32. So also you can check on the iPhone if you have. So yeah, I mean those who doesn't, how many of you have Bhagavad Gita at home? Okay, most of you have. How many of you read Bhagavad Gita? Very few hands. So it's Prabhupada said Bhagavad Gita as it is. That doesn't mean that just keep it as it is. Okay, Bhagavad Gita is for our manual, our life manual, Bhagavad Gita. How many of you live by Bhagavad Gita? How many of you live by Bhagavad Gita? Anybody? Nobody? Trying to live by Bhagavad Gita. So what do you mean by live by Bhagavad Gita?
Follow the instructions.
Follow the instructions of who? Krishna's instruction. So there are three prominent instructions in Bhagavad Gita. One, everybody has to follow this. This is by knowing that we live by Bhagavad Gita. Anybody knows that? Very prominent verses of Bhagavad Gita. It's also part of Karma Yoga and complete understanding. So we will get into that. So before that, we'll chant the invocation mantra. Please fold your hands. Repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Tado Jayamudhiraye
Tato Jayamudhiraye
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavada Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavati Uttama Sloke
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtigim.
Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtikim.
So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, which is titled as Karma Yoga, and verse number 32. Yetva yedadabhyasayo yanto Yetva yedadabhyasayo yanto Nanutishtanti me matam
Nanutishtanti me matam
Sarvajnana vibudam stan
Sarvajnana vibudam stan
Vidhi nashtana chedasaha
Vinashtana chetasa
Yetva yedadabhyaso yando
Yetva yedadabhyasu yanto
Nanutishtanti me madam
Nanutishtanti me matam
Sarvajnana vibudam stan
Sarvajnana vibudam stan
Vidhi nashtana chedasaha
Vinashtana chetasa
Yetva yedadabhyaso yando
Yetva yedadabhyasu yanto
Nanutishtanti me madam
Nanutishtanti me matam
Sarvajnana vibudam stan
Sarvajnana vibudam stan
Vidhi nashtana chedasaha.
Vinashtana chetasa.
Anybody would like to recite? Go ahead.
Yetva etad abhyasuyanto
Yetva yedadabhyaso yando
Nanu नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतम्
नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतम्
सर्वज्ञानविमूढांस्तान्
सर्वज्ञानविमूढांस्तान्
विद्धि नष्टान् अचेतसः
विद्धि नष्टान् चेतसः।
ये त्वएताद् अभ्यासूयन्तो
ये त्वयेतादभ्यासूयन्तो
नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतम्
नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतम्
सर्वज्ञानविमूढांस्तान्
सर्वज्ञानविमूढांस्तान्
विद्धि नष्टान् चेतसः
विद्धि नष्टान् चेतसः। So we'll go word by word meaning. Ye, those, tu, however, etat, this, abhyasayuyantaha, out of envy, na, do not, anutishthandi, regularly perform, me, my, matam, injunction, sarvajnana, in all sorts of knowledge, vimudhan, perfectly befooled, tan, they are, vidhi, know it well, nashtan, all ruined, achedasaha, without Krishna consciousness. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Please repeat after me. But those who out of envy disregard these teachings and do not follow them are to be considered bereft of all knowledge, befooled and ruined in their endeavors for perfection. Very powerful words, isn't it? Yes, very good. Thank you. Purport. The flow of not being Krishna conscious is clearly stated herein, as there is punishment for disobedience to the order of the Supreme Executive Head. So there is certainly punishment for disobedience to the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. A disobedient person, however great he may be, is ignorant of his own self and of the Supreme Brahman, Paramatma, and the Personality of Godhead due to vacant heart. Therefore, there is no hope of perfection of life for him. Om Jnanatimidandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhudale Srimati Lokanath Swami Dinamine. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhudale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Dinamine. Namaste Saraswata Devi Gaurvani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarane. Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Srila Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Om Tat Sat. Thank you all the devotees. This is a very powerful verse. So this is what it is. Bhagavad Gita should not keep it as it is, but we should learn, we should understand and by heart. So that's why Srila Prabhupada Krishna is telling to Arjuna, and Srila Prabhupada has mentioned the purport. By those who out of envy disregard these teachings and do not follow them are to be considered bereft of all knowledge, then befooled and ruined in their endeavors for perfection. So this is the root cause of our problem. This is the root cause of our suffering, the root cause of our problem. Not understanding the knowledge of the Supreme, knowledge of the Self. So it's a great principle. So there is Jiva Tattva. Have you heard this word, Jiva Tattva? Nobody says anything. Yes or no? Yes. What is Jiva Tattva? Living entity is the spirit soul, but there is a principle. Jiva Tattva means the principles of living entity. We heard about Vishnu Tattva. Heard about this word, Vishnu Tattva? The principles of, or the absolute truth, the truth of the Supreme Lord. How many of you know that what is Jiva Tattva? What is the principle of living entity or the spirit soul?
Always.
The primary and the foremost of that, what is the principle of Jiva Tattva or the Jiva?
Jivere Swarupe
Jivera Swarupa Hoy,
Krishna
Krishnera nitya das. Okay, it's very clear. All living entities, their eternal duty, Jivera Swarupa, their own identity, own group, form, everything is for Jivera Swarupa Hoy, Krishnera nitya das. What is the nitya das means?
Eternal servant.
Nitya means eternal. Eternal servants of that Supreme Lord. What is the next, the principle of Jiva? What is the next tattva, next principle of Jiva or Jiva Tattva? Servant of the servant, dasa, dasa and das. But before that, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Mamai Vamsho, Jiva Loke, Jiva Bodha Sanadana, Manas Shastran Indriyani Prakritistani Karshati. So basically, Bhagavad Gita, the entire Bhagavad Gita is giving this Jiva Tattva and Vishnu Tattva. The relationship between the Jiva and the Supreme Lord. So which chapter is very prominent for this Jiva Tattva or the principle of the Jiva? In which chapter of Bhagavad Gita is explained? You are learning Bhagavad Gita for many years. Which chapter is revealed? Karma Yoga? Yes, it's generally we can say that this is part of it. Second chapter is talk about the Jiva. The second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. What is the second chapter titled? Sankhya Yoga. And what is in English? The contents of Gita summarized. The entire Gita summarized in second chapter. And that second chapter is revealing the principle, the tattva of the Jiva. And in that chapter, Krishna is telling to Arjuna that Arjuna, because of you don't know an Aryam, you do not know that who you are and you are suffering, you are bewildered and you are then, going through all this mental, disappointment. So this is called science of self-realization, understanding ourself, understanding our tattva, understanding our principle, who we are. It's very, very important. So all our root cause of our suffering, root cause of our problem is that ignorance. So that's what is revealed here, the teachings, and do not follow them. But those who out of envy, why this is not coming to us, why this is not revealed to us, this knowledge of the self or the principle of this Jiva, why it is not revealed to us? Because of ignorance. Why? Because of why ignorance is happening to us, why ignorance is coming to us. Spirit soul is pure, it is completely knowledgeable. The spirit soul or Jiva is considered as Satchidananda. Is eternal, is full of potency and knowledge. Is full of knowledge. Then full of bliss. But why we are ignorant then? Because of
False ego.
Maya. Maya is known as, or Maya Shakti is known as in Bhagavatam, and Lord revealed that it's called Avidya Shakti. Avidya, what is Avidya? Ignorance. No knowledge. Vidya means what? Knowledge. Avidya means no knowledge. So basically, no knowledge or the ignorance or avidya is called Maya Shakti, or Avidya Shakti is the Lord's another potency. And that another potency is imposed upon us. Why it is imposed upon us? Why we are taken birth in this world? Why we are come to this world? Because of our envy. Out of envy. We are qualitatively same as the Supreme Lord. We are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. Qualitatively same. When we are part and parcel and qualitatively same, and we have the same nature of the Lord. Lord is independent. So we are also trying to be independent. same nature. Because of when we try to be independent, the first thing we do is actually, okay, I don't need you, oh Lord. This is envy. Like the moment the children grown up, and then they grow up and they say that now I don't need you. I need my freedom. I need my independence. Isn't it? That's true. So I will live my own way. So this is exactly happening to us as well. So we are the first culprit. We say that I don't need you, Lord. I have my own freedom. I have my own independence. So that I can act, I can do anything I want, whichever the way I want. So what Lord created? Lord, out of that envy, the Lord created this material world. Avidya Shakti, or illusory energy, or Maya Shakti. So this is all causes because of our avidya, ignorance. It is imposed upon us because of, then we realize, then we have to come to the realization to the Lord. So that's Jiva. So second chapter is completely revealing that. Right? The spirit soul, about the spirit soul. The spirit soul is eternal. In which verses of Bhagavad Gita is revealing that? Krishna says that, right? Na jayate mriyate va katachin nayam bhutva bhavitva na bhuyaga ajo nityam shashvadeyam puranam na hanyate hanyamane sharire. About the spirit soul, Jiva, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita about na jayate, it doesn't take birth. Spirit soul is eternal. Why? Because it's part of Krishna. Na jayade mriyade va katachin nayam bhutva bhavitva. It will not come to existence. It will be always there. Na jayade mriyade, it will not die. Nayam bhutva, not in the future. It will not die. It always exists. Ajo nityam, ajam. Ajam means unborn. Nityam, eternal. Shashvatam, always there. Puranam, it is very old. Krishna is, when Krishna appeared, is there any time that we can say that when Krishna is just, came up? We cannot say that. Till that time, so when Krishna there, living entity is also there. It's a part of Krishna. Na hanyade hanyamane sharire, when the body is perished, the living entity, the soul will not perish. The entire Bhagavad Gita, we can say that it talks about these two aspects, the Jiva Tattva and the Vishnu Tattva. So we know that in the beginning, the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, so he is the cause, and is also there is an effect. There is another concept called Asraya Tattva and Asrita Tattva. Asraya Tattva and Asrita Tattva. So this is also another aspect of the Vishnu Tattva and the Jiva Tattva. Asraya Tattva, this is explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. This Bhagavad, the main subject matter of Bhagavatam is this, ultimate of this is Asraya Tattva. Who is our ultimate Asraya? What is meant by Asraya? But who is our ultimate Asraya? Krishna, the Supreme Lord. Because of everything manifests Him, everything comes from Him. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Ishvara Parama Krishna, the Krishna Ishvara, the controller, the supreme controller is Ishvara. Parama Krishna, Parama, that supreme control is Ishvara, Ishvara Parama Krishna. Satchidananda Vigraha, he is Satchit Anand. Anadir Adir. He is Anadir. There is no beginning for him. And he is the original. Adir. Govinda, Krishna. Sarva Karana Karanam, he is the cause of all the causes. The Supreme Lord. Then from the Supreme Lord, there is various manifestations or expansions or incarnations of the Lord. So then we come to the understanding that from Krishna, Balaram expands. Is also comes under Vishnu Tattva. From Balaram, the first quadruple expansion manifests. Vasudeva, Sangarshana, Pradyumna and Aniruddha is also another manifestation of that Supreme Lord and potency. Then from that Sankarshan, that's called Mula Sankarshan, from another Narayana manifest. From the Narayana, then again the second quadruple expansion, that's called Vasudev Sankarshan, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. That Sankarshan is called the Mahā-Sankarshan. And from that quadruple expansion, then from Sankarshan, Mahā-Sankarshan, Narayana again manifest. You can understand that this Vishnu Tattva, how vast it is. Then from that Narayana, then Vishnu manifests. It's called Mahā-Viṣṇu or Kṣīrodakaśāyī Viṣṇu. Kṣīrodakaśāyī Viṣṇu. So there is a principle called, or this material or this Jagat is considered as called Mahatattva, another Tattva. There are so many principles. It's called Mahatattva. This Mahatattva is called great principle. This material world comes under this Mahatattva. So then from the Lord, in order to create this manifestation, this Jagat, this material, so from the Lord there are 24 elements manifest. It's not even created anything, but this is called the cause and the effect, the cause. And there is a cause called, there is an efficient cause and there is a material cause. Efficient cause and a material cause. So in order to have this all visibility, all everything should manifest. First there is a thought process, right? Anything wants to create, anything wants to be manifest. First where it comes in the thought process. So Lord wanted to create. It's all come to the, the Krishna, Narayana or the Vishnu. So from Vishnu, there is a unmanifested nature manifested. Unmanifested nature. Which is not yet manifested. It is an unmanifested nature. This unmanifested nature within the Lord, within that potency of that Vishnu Tattva, which is called Pradhan, primary. It's called, like everything is in one full, form. But not manifested. It's called Pradhan, primary. Everything was there. So in that, everything that considered as 24 great principle or Mahat Tattva, that includes, anybody knows that what are the 24 elements of the great principles of this material world? The 24 elements? Anybody? Yeah?
All 5 elements.
5 gross elements: earth, water, fire, air, ether. Then mind, subtle body, subtle elements. What are the subtle elements? The mind, intelligence, ego. Then, now 8 already. Okay? Then, yes, there are senses. Right? The senses and the sense of perceptions and working senses. So 15. 15 plus 8, that is 23. Which one is the 24th element? Which one is the 24th element? The consciousness. The consciousness. How this conscious, what is the symptom of the life? What is the symptom of the life? What is the symptom of Jiva? Consciousness. The symptom of life is nothing but consciousness. So where this consciousness manifested? To the Jiva. So when Mahā-Viṣṇu has this Kṣīrodakaśāyī Viṣṇu, that's called Karana, the cause. Right? The cause. The cause is Karana, the Supreme Lord Vishnu, and the effect is this material nature. The effect is material nature. And from when the Kṣīrodakaśāyī Viṣṇu, that's universe, is all these elements manifested from in body of Mahā-Viṣṇu. It is an amalgamated form, but not manifested it. It is called the Pradhan. Then what happens? The Lord just glanced upon it. From the eyes of Mahā-Viṣṇu, He just glanced upon it. Then what happened? Then Prakriti is manifested. So now it is manifested. Just by the glance of Supreme Lord Mahā-Viṣṇu. So when Lord glanced upon it, it's just agitated. So that glance created the consciousness in the living entity. It since created the form. That glance from the eyes of Mahā-Viṣṇu is known as Sadashiva. So there is another technical term of Shiva is Sadashiva because he is a Vishnu form. So the Jiva Tattva is manifesting from the Vishnu Tattva. This is very clear. So one has to understand this. So from the consciousness, when the consciousness entered into this material elements, this was all material elements, it started to agitate. Then that's where the life comes into then the soul manifests. Soul comes from the Lord, body of Mahā-Viṣṇu. Because of the soul always there in the body of Mahā-Viṣṇu, the potency. Then the soul manifested. Then what happened? Now the universe is agitated. And from the body of Mahā-Viṣṇu, each universe is manifesting. Right? Each universe is manifesting. The pose of each body of Mahā-Viṣṇu, each universe comes into this ether, comes to this world. So now in order to maintain this, all these ingredients of each universe is manifested. And then the Mahā-Viṣṇu expanded as Garbhodakaśāyī Viṣṇu and enters into each planet, each universes. He is known as Padmanabha. He lies down into the Garbhodaka Ocean. Before the creation, before it, Lord Mahā-Viṣṇu, the Kṣīrodakaśāyī Viṣṇu, is in the Karana Jal. This Karana Jal contains all these elements, this Causal Ocean, all these 24 elements. And then comes to Garbhodakaśāyī Viṣṇu, each universe is manifested. Now in order to maintain that, that's why Lord Vishnu is known as the maintainer. And then Lord Vishnu enters into each universe, is called Garbhodakaśāyī Viṣṇu. And then again that Garbhodakaśāyī Viṣṇu again expand another known as, anybody knows? Kṣīrodakaśāyī Viṣṇu, who lies down in the milk ocean, Kṣīra. Don't think that this is just a fictional story. And this is the fact. There are 7 oceans in this world. 7 oceans. Don't think that only the water contains the ocean, only the ocean. There are milk ocean. There are salt ocean, salty ocean. When there are liquor ocean, you know the liquor? There are ocean with the liquor. And even scientists found out that. Even they found out that there's a pool of methanol, methyl alcohol. And it's like a 2 billion, the wide area. They find out that this is there. So our scriptures are not just simply, said about everything. That's 7 oceans. So milk ocean is also there. So that Kṣīrodakaśāyī Viṣṇu is expanded. And he is now, Garbhodakaśāyī Viṣṇu expanded as Kṣīrodakaśāyī Viṣṇu. That Kṣīrodakaśāyī Viṣṇu is known as Paramatma in our each and every element he is entered into it. And that same Paramatma, that Kṣīrodakaśāyī Viṣṇu also in our heart is known as our Paramatma. Then that Paramatma carries that each Jivatma. That Paramatma carries the each Jivatma. It's the same potency. So there is no doubt that we are not separate from Krishna or separate from the Lord's potency. We are the same potency of the Supreme Lord. So our dharma is to understand this, to realize this. Let's say I ask this question, how many of you read Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita is very important. Our life manual, dear devotees, reveals that the total knowledge of it. We should live by the Bhagavad Gita. We should live. It's not that just to read. How many of you read Bhagavad Gita? Again, raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Out of 50 devotees, 7 devotees. You know how much effort Srila Prabhupada took to compile this Bhagavad Gita?
We read it regularly, but not daily, but we read it.
We should read it daily. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Every day. Every day one should read this Bhagavad Gita in your home, dear devotees. How many of you have Bhagavad Gita? Everybody has it? Please take this copy of Bhagavad Gita from us if you don't have. Read every day. Every day at least one verse, dear devotees. It's tremendous changes, tremendous benefits that one can attain just by taking this one verse every day. It purifies our heart and consciousness. Because of our ignorance is the root cause of our problem, root cause of our suffering anyway. This is the Rupa Goswami says, ignorance is the root cause. We don't know what is what. We're completely in ignorant state. This reveals us that the complete knowledge of the self as well as the Supreme. This is the first and the foremost knowledge one should have. Learn about us. Understand about us. We don't spend any time for it. But we spend 7 hours with the iPhone. 7 hours for the worldly things which goes on. But one day what happens? Mrityu comes, Mrityu sarva haraschagam, Mrityu takes away everything. Everything, Mrityu takes everything away from us. But one thing we miss it. Right? So there was a story. There was a Brahmana and a boatman, and there were a few astrologers. They were all going through this, crossing over a river. So they were all there. So now they were crossing and they were talking about all the things. This astrologist mentioned that, okay, oh sadhu, they were started to talk about all these worldly things, astrology. You don't know the sun, star, your position and this one, and if you don't know all this about, then your half of the life is gone. No use. So you have to study. You have to read and study all this astrology. Then they started to talk about mathematics. Oh, this astrology is based on mathematics, right? So you don't know the mathematics, some part of the life is gone. Then part of it is talking about sociology. You don't know the sociology, how things are, how this history and everything, and all these things. Your entire life is gone. So then all on a sudden it was clouded. The sky is clouded like anything, and the thunder and the storm is going to come. And they said that, now it's about to have a very flash flood of rain. This Brahmana told to them, do you know how to swim? Do you know how to swim? They said, no, we are spending all this time. You don't know how to swim? Then your entire life is gone now. If you don't know how to swim in this ocean of material world, your life is gone. It's a moral story that if you don't know how to overcome, how to swim this material ocean, then your life is gone. So it's very important that we take up this very seriously. Are you going to read Bhagavad Gita every day?
Yes.
Everybody is. Yes or no?
Yes.
So probably
It's not coming out from the mouth.
yes.
Should I come in? Should I take this? Should I say yes to Prabhuji, or should I do something?
Editing Bhagavad Gita doesn't mean just Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam also, right? Either.
Let's come to Bhagavad second. Let's at least read Bhagavad Gita first.
Go with one word.
Yeah. Okay. So it says that not to just read. Okay? Not to just read. What we need to do? What we have to do?
Live it.
Okay, before living, understand. How do you understand properly? Study. Study Bhagavad Gita. You will see the entire perception of your life will change. When I received this is the first Bhagavad Gita I got. I was written here. This was in 97. This is the first copy of this was the Srila Prabhupada Centennial. Still I keep. I don't know, something is, still keep. Centennial was there, and it was giving like 50% discount. This was 150 rupees that time. I didn't have money, I'd have only 75 rupees. Luckily, that is the time 50% discount they were giving. So I got this Bhagavad Gita with the 75 rupees. So as soon as I got this Bhagavad Gita, I couldn't stop reading this Bhagavad Gita. I was studying, literally studying. Every word of it. So you can see that, I was, underlined the mark of it. Each verse you can see it. Every word is there. Almost like marked like with a red pen. So I couldn't stop myself. I read 3 times this Bhagavad Gita in 3 months. 3 times. I was going through each word by word. It's completely changed your perceptions of everything. You will be completely filled with this proper understanding of your life. Then you will have all the necessary, all the things which you want in your life will come to you. You will not fail in any place. You will not fail in any of, even if you want to improve your, the job interview, go and read Bhagavad Gita. Even if you want to get a good job, go and read Bhagavad Gita. When you want to face some people, go and read Bhagavad Gita. When you want to become more confident, go and read Bhagavad Gita. If you are shy and you want to face some people, go and read Bhagavad Gita. You know that Mahatma Gandhi was saying? You know what Mahatma Gandhi said? Whenever I have some problems, I just go and open the one verse of Bhagavad Gita and it will completely change my perception. Then I'll be more confident, I'll be more... Somebody has anxiety, go and read Bhagavad Gita. Somebody has this various, mental problems, go and read Bhagavad Gita. So many ways Bhagavad Gita helps us because it gives such a strength, such a perception, such an understanding about all the, that the view of this life, view of our life, it gives such an understanding and perception about everything about our life. It makes you so strong. Like Arjuna was so weak. In the beginning of this Kurukshetra, Arjuna was so weak. Arjuna couldn't even move. Arjuna couldn't even take the Gandiva from the chariot. He just fall down like on the chariot. But when Krishna started to speak about this, all the truth about what is the Bhagavad Gita, 5 subject matter of Bhagavad Gita? What is the 5 subject matter of Bhagavad Gita? Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, Karma, and Kal. Ishvara and the Jiva Tattva and the Vishnu Tattva. It reveals it. Karma, what we are supposed to do. That's what we were going through this one. So out of our ignorance, we do so many things and that leads to the tremendous problems in our life. But the moment you read the Bhagavad Gita, it gives you a great strength to your devotees. So reading is very, very important and studying Bhagavad Gita is very important. And once you read the Bhagavad Gita, study the Bhagavad Gita, live as per the teachings of instructions of Bhagavad Gita. This is guaranteed. Who is saying that in the Bhagavad Gita? Shankaracharya says this one. Bhagavad Gita, Kinchita Dida, Ganga Jalalava Kanika Pida, Sugurdabi Yena Murari Samarcha, Kriyade Tasya Yamena Na Charcha. What is means that? Bhagavad Gita, Kinchita Dida, even a little bit, half of the words of the Bhagavad Gita, if you read, Bhagavad Gita, Kinchita Dida, Ganga Jalalava Kanika Pida. Even a little drop of Ganga Jal if you drink. Sukurdabhiyenas Murari Samarcha, like this satsang, and when you come together, devotees, and talk about Krishna, Kriyade Tasya Yamena Na Charcha, Yama, in the list of the Yama never will talk about you. Yama will never talk about you. And what do you know that the story of Ajamula in the Srimad Bhagavatam? What Yama said to Yamadudas? When you see a devotee, don't even go near to them. And after that, after the story of this Ajamula, after the incident of Ajamula, whenever the Yamadudas sees a devotee, they started to fear of it. Seeing a devotee. They don't even come near to. So dear devotees, this is the great benefit of reading Bhagavad Gita. Please read every day and read loudly. Okay? When you recite Bhagavad Gita, recite the words loudly and then word by word meaning. And go translation and purport. Everything A to Z. If you are reading the Bhagavad Gita verses, read that A to Z. Every word, every letter in the Bhagavad Gita you should read. Okay? So this way it greatly benefits in our life. And I would say Bhagavad Gita gave me everything. Bhagavad Gita is the one gave me everything. This just one book, Bhagavad Gita. I can openly says that. There are so many examples out there. Just one Bhagavad Gita, that's it. If you have this one Bhagavad Gita, there are so many Bhagavad Gita Mahatmya stories are out there. Bhagavad Gita Mahatmya stories. Just by somebody heard. There was one person, just by hearing Bhagavad Gita verses, your life will be, all the good things will happen, all the sins will be eradicated. Devotees, we are accumulating so much of sins in our life. So much of. That's why we are suffering in this world again anyway. So it will eradicate everything. So ignorance is our root cause of our suffering. Not understanding who we are, what we are. And then we act accordingly. So the main instructions of Bhagavad Gita, to live by Bhagavad Gita, what was the 3 verses which reveals that the Bhagavad Gita exactly? Anybody? Yat karoshi, yat asnasi, yas jugosi dadasi, yas tavasyasi kaundeya tat kurusha madarpanam. Whatever, what is the meaning? Anybody knows? The meaning of this? Whatever you do. Yat karoshi. Whatever you do. Yad asnasi. Whatever the activities you perform. Yas jugosi dadasiyas. Whatever the charity you give away. All that as an offering to me. Do it as an offering to me. Yat karoshi, yad asnasi, yad jugosi dadasiyas. Yat tapasyasi. Whatever the austerities you perform. Whatever the austerities, penance you perform. And as an offering to me, offer to me. As tapasyasi kaundeya tadkurusham madarpanam, offering to me. It's very important one. It's a very important lesson of Bhagavad Gita. Whatever you do, the charity, the tapasya, penance or sacrifices, all the Krishna should be in the center. We should offer to Krishna. Okay, this is the first 2 words. Second one, 1864. 1864. Anybody? Manmana Mama Bhakto Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru Mame Vaishindi Satyam De Pradijane Priyosime. What is the meaning? Manmana Bhavat Bhakto. You worship me. Pay your homage unto me. Remember me. Okay? What is the instruction of Krishna? Live by Bhagavad Gita means Manmana Bhavat Bhakto. Remember me. Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru. Offer your homage unto me. Remember me. Mame Vaishyasi Satyam De. Worship me. And thus you will come to me. Okay? This is the instruction. Thus you will come to me. Is guaranteed. Thus you will come to me. Because, why? When you do that, you will become my dear friend, devotee. Pradijane priyosime. You will become so dear to Krishna. Manmana mam vadbhakto, madhyaji mam namaskuru, mame vaishyandi satyam de, pradijane priyosime. And this is repeating also in 9th chapter. The last words of 9th chapter. Same thing. Repeating in 9th chapter, 34th verse. What is that? Manmana mam vadbhakto, madhyaji mam namaskuru, mame vaishyasi satyam de yuktana mat parayanam. One who read, one who recite. Yuktana mat parayanam. So same thing is repeating in 64th verse. And thus devotee will be very dear to me. Okay?
There is another Ananya Chintayanto.
Ananya Chintayanto. Tadviri Pranipaden. There are a lot like that. But these are the prominent ones. And the last one, the most important ones. Sarva dharman parityajyam mamegam sharanam vracha agam tam sarva pabebhyo mokshekshami masujya. Sarva dharman parityajyam. Okay, abandon all varieties of religious principles. Sarva dharman parityajyam mamegam sharanam vracha. Only me. Why you want to go for all the other? But just Krishna, because he is the supreme personality of Godhead. And Krishna reveals that in everything. Aham sarvasya prabhu, that's Krishna says that. So Krishna sarva dharman parityajyam mamegam sharanam vraja. Aham tam sarva pabebhyu. I will remove, eradicate all sinful reactions from you. Aham tam sarva pabebhyu. Moksha ikshami masu jaga. Do not fear. Krishna says, do not fear. I will relieve you from all the sinful reactions, dear devotees. So we should always always, go with these instructions. So I'll stop here. Thank you so much and being there. So wonderful. Bhagavad Gita is very, very important. Please read. Everybody should have. Whenever you come for satsang, Bhakti-Risha, you should have your copy of Bhagavad Gita, right? And copy of your bead bag, right? So this is our, the weapons, right? To fight with the Maya, right? As soon as you have this Bhagavad Gita, nobody even come to you. Maya will not come, and no other elements comes to you. As soon as you have these beads in your neck, that the Srila Prabhupada give an example, like a street dog and a dog has an owner. Dog has a belt, that means everybody knows this has an owner, right? This has an owner, but a street dog doesn't have, so everybody can stone and pelt them. But when one has this dog, the belt is completely registered, right, under by an owner. Similarly, when you have this bead bag, the bead on your neck, that means you have a master.
Registered under the New York City.
Under New York City.
ISKCON.
Yes. You have a master. Otherwise, you are what? You are a street dog. So it's very important. Right? So thank you so much. And let's stop here. And are there any questions? Any comments? Any reflections? Anybody want to ask about? Anybody has any question?
I'm keeping my bead bag in my home temple.
Yeah.
And I tried keeping it with me,
Ah.
but I was not comfortable leaving keeping my bag in my another bag or leaving here or there.
Yeah.
So again, it's in my home temple.
Yeah, as it is. Should be, that's why this bag came to us. So like this. Simple, you don't need to worry about anything, man, anymore. It's there on your neck. So like again it's a belt. So you put it on your neck, you don't need to put anywhere else. So you don't know when the time comes. So when you have this bead, why this bead bag came to us? So we should always keep on our neck so that we can always chant the holy name. Wherever you go, like Prabhuji, this is now put it on the neck. So wherever you go, you keep it on your neck. Whenever you get free time, keep aside the iPhone, right? That's a big distraction. Then just keep aside it and just take up this bead and start to chant. That's all. It's very simple process.
I chant there and then I leave it there.
Yeah.
No, but I tried 2-3 times after getting inspired by looking all of you.
Yeah, see?
But again it went back to
That's the thing. That's why always you should carry this. Wherever you go, as much as possible, you should carry the bead bag.
Two bead bags. I've heard many devotees carry two bead bags. If you're out, you take because sometimes you have only one, right? So if you're traveling, there's another bead bag you can carry.
So you mean one for outing, one for
Yeah.
retail?
I heard that from many.
No, I mean, let me explain that. Why there are two bead bags people are keeping, because there are initiated devotees. And when initiated devotees, what happens? Their bead is chanted by their spiritual master. This bead is chanted by the spiritual master, and they wanted to keep. They don't want to, take it, and sometimes people miss and, losing their bead bag. So better to keep that one. Maybe devotees take, when you go out and all. So you should chant your 16 minimum rounds. That is mentioned. That is, you are vowed. One should chant on your bead, the main bead which gave you your spiritual master. Otherwise, it's not considered as 16 round. Okay, you should chant on your bead which is given by your spiritual master. And you have that one as you wanted to keep it safe and preserve it in such a way that not as it is. So you should always it's another. You can carry that if you go out and somewhere there. Something, so you can carry that. But otherwise, I don't know. Yes, I mean, it's all depends on, but the main point is that when you should always have this bead bag with you. We never know when this time comes to us. So when you are chanting, when you are on the flight, chant the holy name with your bag. Yes.
Do we need to put the Ganga Jal every morning to our beads or not?
Ganga Jal for tilak.
No, for to beads.
To beads every day.
To
Yeah,
purify.
I heard from some. I was looking at this.
So this is the problem. We are so much caught up with the rules and regulations and don't even chant. You spend 30 minutes for taking the bag and washing and putting it that one. Then the iPhone comes, gone.
Huh?
iPhone messages comes on the iPhone,
No,
then you
these
don't.
are showing something. It's like from Vrindavan is I don't know which street Sampradaya. So they were showing like how she always the Radha Mans. I don't know.
Don't worry about any other sampradaya. We have a very beautiful sampradaya.
Yes.
Just take up the every day, chant this mantra. Which mantra? Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktaranda Hare Krishna 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 Ram. That's it. Don't show to anything. Don't show to Ganga Jal. Don't worry about Ganga Jal. This is more than Ganga Jal. This chanting itself is very powerful. It can even purify Ganges. You know the story? It's in Bhagavatam. It's there in Bhagavatam. Those who are devotee go to the Ganges water. Ganges itself purifies by this holy name. That powerful it is. So just chant the holy name. That's all you need to do with this one. Yes, I mean sometimes this bag gets dirty and you wash it. That's all right. And sometimes if you go to holy river or Radha Kund holy river, you dip the this into the water. That's okay, fine. That's all right. That's that's our token of what is called respect that we do. Okay.
I heard probably one thing somewhere.
Yeah.
When Maharaj was giving the lecture,
Yeah.
he said if you are wearing Tulsi Mala and you are taking bath every day, it's like you are taking bath in Ganga Ji only. It's a holy
I mean, devotees, what they do, last week I was explaining about it, when they before do the achaman, right? So in order to have the Ganga Jal, they use this mantra. What is that mantra they chant? In order to have the Ganga to become purified, that's like to convert the ordinary water to the Ganga water or the achaman or arghya. What mantra they chant? Gangeja, Yamune Cheva, Godavari, Narmadi, Saraswati, Narmade, Sindhu, Kaveri, Jale, Asmin, Sannidhin Kuru. Right? Every day. That's all. You touch the water with your finger, right? Like this. This water with this finger like this. And chant this mantra with sincerity, okay? Not that you think about something else, but you properly think about conscious of the Lord. With that purification, with that one, the Ganga Jal will be there. With full conscious of. That's why very important. We should be very full conscious of what we are doing. Whenever you do the devotional service, puja and everything, we should be very fully conscious of it. Okay? So then it can purify. And also, this is the way that somebody says that, okay, I do. So you can also chant this in mind before you take bath, shower. So then it's considered as Ganga Snan. Okay? Ganga Jamune Chiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jale Asmin Sannidhin Guru. And then it will become a Ganga Snan of that. Okay? Anything else? Anybody else? Any other comments?